Hi everybody, welcome to this week's question and answer video. My name is David. This channel is Damar's Coaching. I do this every single week. I'm answering questions from the last week's video. Just go down in the comment section, ask me anything you want. Come back next week. Let me know what you think of my answer. I'm sorry if I missed your question. If I misunderstand it, tell me again. And if I answer your question and you have more parts you want to know, keep it going. Ask me more stuff about it. All I ask is you tell us your locations. Let us know where you are, generally, if you want. That's fine. Don't give us your address. Please support a petition that I created a while ago. Stop Narcissistic Online Bullying. You can find it at change.org/stopbullies. The link is right down below in the comment section and in the description box. It's for everyone in the world to fight the people that's causing us to take our lives. So let's get into the questions. They are great. There's lots of them. Whenever there's a lot of them, I try to get through them fairly quickly so that the video isn't 2 hours long. Andrew from West Virginia first. Hi, Andrew. Again, can't thank you enough, David. Not a question. Well, thank you. But I wanted to tell you I have learned more from watching your videos than I have from the last 6 months of counseling and therapy. Well, thanks for telling me, Andrew. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you. And good luck in your therapy. Hi, Jess from New York. Hello, Jess. I work at a self-storage facility and I see the sickness of Americans firsthand. Sometimes I bet, Jesus Christ, storage units are unbelievable. I bet you 80-90% of the people that have stuff in their storage units don't need them. They don't use them. They just pay and pay and pay. Oh no, I went to my storage unit last month. It's a lot of junk. Oh, here, I started. Sometimes I can understand the need for storage, like contractors who store their tools, supplies. Yeah, I've seen people store a car, shit like that. Yeah, it's a lot of junk or stuff that probably should have been donated to a thrift or consignment store a decade ago. No, pay for it. Pay to store it for 5 years. Because I want it in 5 years. Well, why don't you just buy some more in 5 years? The upside is that we generally don't, because stuff doesn't last, guys. It doesn't last. How long does your couch last? Your bed. The upside is that we generally don't do auctions when someone abandons their unit, so I get to look through it and take what I want. Otherwise, it goes in the dumpster. Donate, 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 donate. Why don't you start a donation service? I kept a lot of things for myself or sell it. And I've donated perfectly good clothing, kitchen supplies, etc. Saving it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, people love their junk, their crap, their shit. They want it all around me. I got more stuff. He who dies with most toys wins. There's a lot of emotional reasons we do this, and it's all emotionally unhealthy. The more stuff you have, the more unhealthy you are, I believe. Hugs from Georgia, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. I love seeing you every week. I don't get to tell you enough. You always drop in and at least say hi, and I just really appreciate it. This is David from Colombia. Hi, David. You don't know how much your videos help me. I watch you every day for support and motivation. I just ended a 10-year marriage. Thanks for telling me, David. You ended a 10-year marriage. You finally walked away from the emotional and possibly physical intimacy betrayal from my BPD partner. I've been no contact for 2 months, getting better each day. Thanks to your no contact videos and advice. You have 2 questions. First, why are they so critical? Well, they're not accepting, are they? They're judgmental. So there are values that we have. Whatever you value, those are yours. And if you think you value things that you don't show it, you don't know yourself. And that's borderlines. Ask a borderline who cheats, lies, and steals. Do you value honesty, integrity, and respect, and loyalty? Oh, yes. And they believe they do. But I have reasons why I show that I don't. It's okay. I don't have excuses or reasons to show why I compromise my values. I just don't compromise my values. So why are they critical? But you got to understand, someone so narcissistic really isn't about you. It's all about them. So projection, there's things about myself I can't manage, can't accept, hate about myself. I just make you say it's you, not me. You know, like a little child. So they start criticizing you. They probably hate themselves. Because if you really love yourself, you're okay with people not being as good as you, or people having flaws and stuff wrong with them. I think of flaws as charm. I think a gap in your tooth is cool. I don't think everyone needs to have perfect teeth. I think, you know what I mean? It's like we aren't here to be perfect. We want personality. And it's just that simple. They're critical of other people's because they don't accept other people because they don't accept themselves. They don't love other people because they don't love themselves. They don't care for other people because they don't care for themselves. Why can they not talk about the future or see the future? It's like a tree that fruits. Fruiting a tree that fruits, it's the last thing they do. First is survival. I have to grow, I have to make leaves so I can feed and survive. When life is great, when I have just the right amount of wind, sun, water, and soil, then I can fruit. But a borderline doesn't have the right anything. So they're stuck in right here, right now. And it really doesn't matter what they plan on in the future. They won't do a single thing to get there. They're pipe dreams, fantasies of grandeur, usually about relationships for borderlines. Narcissists, more so money, business, fame, power, control. Borderlines, control, power, idealized relationships. Someone that has all the things I don't. That's why they don't plan the future. They're too impulsive. They're too unstable. The more unstable you get, the more emotions you have in your body all the time and don't process them and express them and close them, the more impulsive you get. Right here, right now. I'll do something right now. I know it's wrong. I know I'm going to pay for it, but that's in 2 days. That's so long. You want them to plan their future? Does that make sense? Let me know. Last one to go. Don't know where you're from. Let us know your locations, please. Please do a video about the quiet borderline. Most of your content focuses on very extroverted, violent, mean, aggressively negative types. Maybe discuss the more passively destructive types. Thank you. I do. Tons of videos about that. Tons of videos about the passive, aggressive, the quiet, the insecure, all of it. Borderline. Just go look. I have a section, borderline personality disorder. I don't even know, 100, 200 videos in there. And there's tons. But here, you can simply ask me a question about it. So what do you want to know about the quiet borderline? What is it most of all that you are searching for? Just ask me. And I'll make more. Be specific. You guys want me to make a video about something? Say more than, can you do a video on narcissists? Here, maybe, you might have been more specific in the replies after I asked you, but I don't have them here. But yeah, I'll always do, even if I've done videos in the past, I'll do more. I redo them, right? This topic, you could only do so many. So what would you like to know about quiet borderline? And then go look, if you feel like it, go look in the borderline playlist and go find the ones I've done about that. Thank you. Moist Robot from Manchester, United Kingdom. So haven't heard from the ex-BBD girlfriend for 2 months, but got a call from a guy asking for her by name. Another attempt at making me jealous? That's weird. And, you know, anything weird is normal when it comes to borderline, right? I mean, weird people contact you, weird situations, them calling you up, asking you, telling you weird things. Yeah. I mean, you know, I wouldn't know what this is, but yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't doubt it, honestly, if she had this person calling and asking for you. That does something to her. Makes her feel like she's more in control or something. Sick. Don't tell them anything. Don't talk to these people. Block them. I would not answer your phone to phone numbers you don't recognize. Dan from Nebraska. Hello, Dan. The therapist I was getting counseling from had me taking that Lexapro for 6 months or so. My question is, why would it wreck my sleep cycle and make me grouchy? Naturally, I didn't appreciate the side effects, so off the crap I went. So, these drugs that therapists prescribe for trauma, there is no pill. And you have therapists that don't understand it, almost all of them, and they are treating trauma in ways they do not know how, and they are giving you drugs that do not work. They're trying to treat symptoms when the core problem of trauma needs to be treated. And I've never seen a professional really do that very well, ever. Not one. Not one. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I have results. I help people with trauma. Hundreds heal fast. When I see how fast they heal, faster than I did, I'm amazed. They've seen therapists for years, multiple. They're on drugs, not getting anywhere. They see therapists while they're seeing me. Eventually, they stop seeing therapists. I don't want them to. I want them to keep seeing a therapist. There is no treatment in the books. There is no treatment in a pill. What are they supposed to do? I know what they're supposed to do, but they don't. SSRIs. Trauma, okay? Trauma shrinks your hippocampus. It overexcites your amygdala. It numbs your prefrontal cortex. Trauma creates neural pathways to keep you safe. And these little chemicals, doctors put these little chemicals in there and it goes, that's cute. And does nothing. And the sad thing is they don't know. But when they realize it's not doing anything, they don't do anything about it either. There's no plan. Stay on these for years. See you next month. Let's not talk about him. This is extremely complex stuff. And I have months of stuff to do to help people, to help clients with this. And all the stuff I do, I've never seen another professional do. Never. I've never seen another professional of any kind, coach, therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, you name it. Not one have I ever heard them treat a person properly for trauma. Not one. Here's the help you need. Here's the help you get. And that can be damaging, extremely. What are you supposed to do when you're at your wit's end and you feel like you're dying? You might feel like taking your life, and you go to the last resort possible to a doctor and they say, take this pill, and it doesn't work. And you tell them and they say, keep taking it. Now, back to this Lexapro. Lexapro does things to the traumatized brain, okay, that a lot of doctors don't understand. And look, if you're going to do this, if you're going to take a medication from a doctor, from a therapist, stuff like this, you have to do it the way they say, if you're going to do it. So don't like I see people, I just take it when I need it and shit. No. Is that what your doctor said? No. Then what are you doing? So stuff like this, you could be restless. Lexapro can be like massive doses of caffeine to the traumatized brain. And it can take a few weeks for that to go away, to start sleeping better. Okay? I'm not saying that's your problem, Dan. I'm not saying that's what happened with you. You said you took it for 6 months or so. Oh, no. It's not working. It's causing adverse effects. Most of my clients, it just doesn't do a thing, which is amazing. Antidepressants, you know you're on them. You know you're on them. The depression, the anxiety goes down, and so does joy in life. And when you stop taking them, there's the depression, anxiety back. Awful. My clients, I never noticed a thing taking them. I never noticed a thing getting off of them. Oh, Jesus Christ. What are you supposed to do when you go to a doctor and they say, take this, it'll work, and it doesn't? And your doctor doesn't know. Then it's you, isn't it? Then you're damaged. You're no good. And what's the next step? That's it. Yeah, be careful who you hire, who you find. Be careful the suggestions you take. But if you're going to, do them. Don't come see me and just talk to me and I give you 100 suggestions. You don't take one and think that it's not working. But Dan, what it sounds like is you gave it a very fair attempt. 6 months of Lexapro. I'm sorry, Dan. It's more so the person prescribing them. There is no pill that cures trauma. Nothing. I know something that's close, but it's not a cure. Healing Family from California. Hello. Hello, David. Awesome answers and thoughts. Always, David. Thank you. Thank you. As you probably remember, we got discarded. Yes, I do. You're focusing on growing and learning and redefining yourself. You love it. You love yourself. That's what that means. You try to go on a date with yourself once a month. That's wonderful. I feel still have a lot of healing and growing to do. Growing never stops, I hope. Let's not stop growing. I have not felt the need to date or even text guys at all. Wonderful. I'm just focusing on my children and myself because that's what I feel I need inside. It makes you happy just knowing you're getting better slowly. Is it normal to not feel the need yet to date or even be in contact with guys? Yeah, why would that be a need? Wouldn't you be alarmed if someone told you I need to? I grew up that way. That was my mother. I need a man. I need. Jesus Christ, you okay? What's going on in here? We shouldn't need to date. You don't need people in your life that you haven't even met yet. That would be serious voids you're trying to fill. And we don't fill them. We don't fill voids with people. We don't replace loss with people. Yeah? Take the time to recover and heal because we need to. Out of every relationship, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it was a 2-month fling. You lost him. Don't just immediately that day go to somebody else. Jump right in that one. Stopping and starting relationships is toxic as hell. We lose ourselves, become empty inside, forgetting the source of why we're hurt. So no, this is good. You're not saying you will never date in the future, just now and in the near future. I feel happy this way. Perfect. Is it normal for me to feel this way? It's healthy. I just can't see myself jumping into another relationship like ex-fiance did. That's not healthy. Why would you want to do that? To me, that's crazy. What are your thoughts? Crazy. Hi, David Reggie from Pineville, Louisiana. Hi, Reggie. Why is it that sufferers of BPD find it easy to be honest about their toxicity to the people they cheat with, but will lie to the people closest to them and will lie until they believe it themselves? Well, what it sounds like to me is someone I just meet doesn't scare me. Someone I just meet, it's easier to be open to them because I don't have things invested in this relationship. I'm not worried. They don't know me yet. You know, a lot of people come into my life and I hold a mirror up to them. And if you don't love yourself, you ain't going to like me. And BPDs don't want you to hold a mirror up to them. No, they want to form your opinion of them. And so they'll be very open, very honest, which is maybe just, narratives they've formed that aren't even accurate. But as I get to know you more, I become more withdrawn. If I hate myself and I don't want you to know who I am and stuff like this, I become more quiet, more closed, more withdrawn, more avoidant. That's borderlines. But in the beginning, no boundaries at all. They have no boundaries, so they're just open right in, jump in with anybody. And then their fears kick in and they start getting scared, right? They switch on you. They split. You're amazing and then you're awful. Nothing in between. Does that make sense? What do you think? Jameson, don't know where you're from. Let us know your locations. Tell us where you are, guys. What if you have kids with your narc BPD? You can't just ghost them. Mine refuses to talk to me. She refuses to talk to me. Imagine hating someone so much you sacrifice talking to your kids. I was begging her to see kids but have stopped. What do you think? I think that's awful. I think I'm really, really sorry. Jameson, if that's your name. It's terribly sad for you and your children. Children need a mother and a father, period. And I don't care what other forms of you want to change that up. They need a mother and a father. This is parental alienation, and she's not allowed to do this, okay? So why don't you talk to a lawyer and know your rights and even contact the state for help. There's a lot of help they'll give you for free. So go find out, because this is wrong. And she's not allowed to do this. And she obviously doesn't care about her children. She's putting herself before them in the most horrific way. I hate my ex, so my children can't have a father. She's probably built some narrative against you, how bad you are, when it's really her. I'm really sorry. Get help. Talk to somebody. Have support. They can help you with these things too. I can help. I know how to help people with this stuff more than just sitting here and answering a video. Document everything. Document time, date, what she's doing, and most of all, how it feels. Every attempt you make, don't let her do this. Most courts will figure this out for free for you. There's other things that matter too if you weren't married and stuff like this, but she's not allowed, people aren't allowed to just have your baby and run away. I wish there's more laws. I wish men had more rights, because we just don't really have many. In some situations, grandparents have more rights than the father. It's sick. I'm sorry. Don't give up. Sometimes I tell people, create a social media site like on Facebook just for them, and start documenting everything about yourself and how much you love them and how much you miss them and what you've tried, and you're here when they finally see it. Jay from Minnesota. Hi, Jay. I'm liking your videos, plural. I have a question. Thank you. My NPD, Jesus Christ, huh? My NPD, BPD, schizo, paranoid, alcoholic family members stole anything of value from my mom's estate and then gaslit the living hell out of me for asking for my mom's stuff back. Have you heard of any other experiences of estate theft by their family members? No, never. I've never heard that. Everyone has heard this. Everyone. You want to divide a family? Money. You want to make people be the worst version of themselves? Money. And then you add mental illness. There's always going to be a problem. Always. 5 mentally ill people. Oh, here's my estate. Split it up. You guys handle it. I said 5 for a reason. They couldn't even do it with 2 in half. They'll fight. You give me a lot of background info here about your family. But your second question is, what are your thoughts on if I should even bother trying to pursue legal action? I don't give legal advice. If it's not important to you, don't. If it's important to you, pursue it. Be aware of how it's making you feel. Just because you want to pursue something doesn't mean that it'd be good for you. It might be too stressful. Maybe we can't do it now. But I always recommend knowing your rights, talking to a lawyer, finding out what's going on, what I can do, what are they doing. Do that. All of you in the United States, you can call your state bar. If you're in Arkansas, you call the Arkansas State Bar. Usually it's a woman that answers the phone. You explain briefly what kind of lawyer you're looking for, and she directs you to one. And it's a little different in price, but it's usually like $40. Not for an hour, to tell them your problem and then give you suggestions. Do it. And a lot of this family stuff, you can do it for free. Good luck. There's no wrong or right. Just you. Hi, David. Donald from California. Hi, Donald. My son suffers from high levels of anxiety. He's 11 years old. I was recently awarded primary custody of him, and his anxiety is so bad that he refuses school to the point of running off the campus. The previous year, he had missed 48 days of school. I heard you say in a previous video that anxiety in children is caused by neglect. Can you give examples of what this type of neglect would look like? Thanks for answering my question last week, and I appreciate what you are doing for the community. Great work. P.S. Have you written a book? And if so, where can I get a copy? I have written a book. It is going to be out very, very soon. I hope in 2 weeks. 3? Something like that. It's done. And then I'm writing a second one right now that I hope will be out in 2 months. Thank you. And I will post it everywhere. I'll have a live publishing book party for one of the Q&As, stuff like that. Believe me, I'll promote the hell out of it. And thank you for asking. So your 11-year-old son, his sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems aren't functioning properly. And this needs to be treated. And the good thing about being 11 is he's so malleable. This can be fixed very quickly in an 11-year-old. So we need to lower stress chemicals. We need to raise chemicals that feel good. And we can do this with some supplements, medications, and naturally both. but he needs to be seeing a professional, period. He needs to be talking to someone. I hope he is. You asked me, what are some examples of this type of, it's emotional neglect. So it's not physical. Children don't have to eat the best food, wear the best clothes, go to the best schools, churches, have the best stuff at all. They need love. So when you have two parents that are not placing that child before them all the time, meaning two parents looking at the child, looking at their body, because emotions are their body doing things, and they're looking at their emotions, which are most important, and they're trying to figure out how they feel, and they're trying to open up a line of communication with that child and teaching them how to talk about it. But instead, our parents, all of our parents, at least one of them did this, and the other one was sick, but at least one of them worked too much, yelled too much. They placed priorities of house repairs, job, stress, drinking, things like this, more important than how the child feels. And so that attention came off the child and it went onto them, their void, their lives, their fucking problems. And that's where the child's attention went to, onto other people. Learning how to please them, learning that they aren't enough, that how they feel isn't enough, what they want, not enough, what they need, too bad. Perform, motherfucker. Start dancing. Start reassuring me, making me feel better, get better grades, just shut the fuck up. That's how. And I can give you 100 more specific ways that happens. But we didn't get enough love. Because emotional care is love, and we didn't get it. And all of you, every one of you, can see better what you did get and not what you didn't get. And so when I say these things, usually it's an instant threat or challenge. And I'm not calling anybody's parents bad, but all of our parents failed us. Thanks. Ask me more if you want to know more. JR from Nashville. What's up, JR? Can you comment about the sad story of the Save a Fox founder, Mikayla Rains? Thanks for bringing her up. This is extremely sad, and this is why I made the petition. And I'll tell you a little bit about her. And then it's interesting just to know that almost all of you don't care. Almost all of you won't do anything about this, won't support me, won't help her, won't just support the petition. No, none of you. Almost none of you. 95, 99% of you will not. I've had this petition for years now, going nowhere, dead. Nobody, almost nobody will support it. They're more worried about their freedom of speech being taken away. No, I'm talking about people harassing, stalking, nonstop. I've had it happen to me for 8 years. One woman, one very sick, toxic woman became obsessed with me and got all kinds of people to stalk me, to threaten me daily. And if I wasn't as strong as I am, I would have taken my life, because that's the fucking plan. That is what people are doing. Not going down there and giving a comment, a review, a negative review, don't like you, don't like your videos, you suck, you're toxic, all this shit. That's fine. It's every single day. In your emails, I contact people in your life. I contact your friends, your family, your job, get you fired. Every single thing I can do to get you to kill yourself so I can dance all over your grave like a fucking hero after I prove that you're such an awful person. Mikayla Rains was autistic and had BPD. She started a channel to save animals, to help animals. Started with foxes. That's it. She grew to hundreds of thousands of supporters, and what happened? People didn't like it. Toxic people who can't manage their life, have no control over their life. They feel threatened by people's success, happiness, and so they destroyed her. They destroyed her. And she didn't get any help. No one cares. Facebook doesn't care at all. They promote it. They pay you. YouTube pays my stalker to do this to other people. Literally. They make money doing it. You can report them 100 times. They say it's the biggest thing they're against. They don't care. I have all kinds of proof. So Mikayla took her life just recently because people kept harassing her for months. She said she couldn't take it, how she feels anymore. No help. No one cares. JR cares. Thanks, JR, for caring. Thanks for signing the petition. I know you are the 1% that did. The number one cause of young people taking their lives is other people forcing them to. Can you help? Can you stop people for years of attacking people, breaking laws, holding social media accounts? Let's hold them accountable for what they say is the biggest thing they stand for, and they're totally against it. When you see this stuff happen, like, figure out what you're going to do, because supporting it is the worst thing you could do. I don't care. There's bad people. We all do bad things. So if you see somebody saying they're a bad person, who gives a shit? Leave them alone. When people try to shine a light on someone, you shine that light right back on them, because that's the problem. This is sick. It's so sad. Thanks for bringing her up, JR. She's like 20. She was 29, I think. And she was just doing good things. That's all. And people hated it. They hated her for it. And they got to harass her for so long, so much. Nobody stopped them. And then she just took her life. What are you supposed to do? How do you just go on forever like that? I did. But unfortunately, most people that take this stuff aren't as strong as me. Mikayla was not. And that's not her fault. Awful shit. Awful. And it's just getting worse. We need to stop it. It's just sad that all I can do is what I've done, and goes nowhere. It just shows that we don't care. And it's just weird, because all of you guys are victims of emotional trauma. And then you see a victim of it and you're like, yeah, fuck them. And if you guys care, because there'll be over 1,000 people watching this video, and over 900 of you have not signed my petition. So if you guys did care, if you do care at all, my petition will spike up hundreds. But it won't. It won't move, because most of you don't care. Sorry to be like that, but it's just truth, man. You know? It's like, I don't know how else to put it. No sugarcoating it. Jameson. What if your ex-narc? What if your ex is the narc, but they run around calling you the narc? My ex left me with kids, has nothing to do with the kids, instead parties all the time, then trashes me. What if you know they have real mental health issues beyond narcissism? Stay away from her. There's nothing you can do if you want to try to start calling the police, filing police reports, getting a lawyer involved, but good luck. People like this. She's calling you a narc. Are you? You're not. Never defend yourself. Never respond to that. Not once. Let her just knock, 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 knock. He's knock, knock, knock. Just talk about you all the time, and talk about, yeah, and try to pretend she's not obsessed. Let her party. Yeah. Let her go party. Let her not care about the kids. Document this stuff and file for full custody. Try to have proof of her not caring, making attempts for her to care for the kids, and she doesn't. Look for police reports of any interaction she's had with police. She should not be around kids. And we don't just have kids and decide I don't give a shit about them for years, and then all of a sudden I do now. Too bad. You can tell them when they're adults. Just my opinion. I don't give people second chances for things I would never do. That's my rule. If I would never be a bad fucking parent for 4 years, then I'm not going to give someone else a chance that is. A second chance to do it again. That's it. You decided what you want to do, because that goes against every single thing your brain does. Screw my kids. Party. There's something wrong. She shouldn't be around any children, especially her own. Take this as a blessing. Cut her out of your life. Take the kids away from her completely if you can. And if anybody doesn't like that, let me know why. Ben in Manteca. Hello, Ben. You have a photo of a pretty girl. Is that your name, Ben? You're a female? I like boys' names for females. Isn't life amazing? Everything happens as it. That's a quote you're saying. And you say, this keeps showing up on my Facebook notifications. You can guess who. All hours of the day and night, I just swipe them away because I don't know or want to. But that's the heading on all her posts, as if flaunting. She wasn't doing that until the last couple days. I'm just lucky, I guess. Well, I don't know how you found I don't know how you pulled Lucky out of that. Why are you seeing these still? Like, block them. And if you have and it keeps popping up with different accounts, privatize your account. If that doesn't work, turn it off. Turn it off. Stop looking at it. It's just Facebook. If you have friends on Facebook, then they should have your phone number. Call them. Go hang out with them. Screw Facebook. Yeah, screw Facebook. Screw shows up on your notifications. Turn your notifications off. Come on. Do something, Ben. Do something to protect yourself and feel better. Raise your self-worth and say, I'm better in this. I don't need to know every notification they have. Because that's kind of something we do too. It's our ego. God, they don't care, Earl. Makes us feel like we're in control, wanted, something like that. But if you really want to take power back and control, Ben, cut this person out of your life like cancer. Patya Patel from the Eastern United States. Journaling is triggering for me. It makes my anxiety worse. It also causes rumination. Do you have clients who struggle with writing things down? Yes, I have. I've had. Usually it's just the actual thing they're writing that triggers them, that's traumatizing, that they're not ready for. Like a letter to their ex they just left, and writing it is just too much, they're not ready. What's interesting about your comment is you said it causes rumination when writing cures rumination, but writing is causing rumination. Something's going on here. If what you're doing is triggering you, stop doing it for now. As long as you've given it a really good try every day and it's not getting any better, it's making it worse. But there's different ways to process and express things. Talking. This is clearly showing me that you need to talk to somebody. Someone, not anyone. You find the right person that you feel comfortable with. But we need to talk. Why don't you try recording? Why don't you just talk in a recorder though for now? Do journaling in audio, video. You can use your video camera and just block your camera so it's black if you just want to use audio, stuff like that. That might help. Try journaling and try writing down just one line, stuff like this. But something's going wrong and it's not your fault, and there's a fix to this. I gave you some suggestions. See how those work. Let me know what you think, but please talk to someone if you aren't. Please. Okay? And that's it. That's it, guys. Please let me know what you think of my answers. Please leave examples and stories and all that. People love them. Consider signing the petition. Maybe for Mikayla. Maybe for Mikayla's husband, who's grieving her, who's mad at the world for taking who he loves. Love yourself first, guys. If you want coaching, you can find me at daviddemars.com. I appreciate thumbs up, subscribe to the channel.